Let's talk about the Middle East's two biggest rivals, Saudi Arabia and Iran. Think of them as the Taylor Swift and Katy Perry of geopolitics, if their feud involved proxy wars instead of pop songs. Saudi Arabia,
A wealthy, oil-rich Sunni monarchy, home to Mecca, ruled by the House of Saud. Iran, a powerful ancient nation, now a Shia theocracy led by religious clerics since 1979. Both see themselves as leaders of the Muslim world, and both have the resources to back it up. Their rivalry isn't just about religion, it's about power, history, and influence. This conflict shapes politics far beyond their borders, fueling instability across the region. It's a Cold War fought with proxy armies and deep suspicion. Understanding their feud is key to understanding the Middle East's chaos. So, buckle up. This is a story of ancient schisms, revolutions, and a struggle for dominance that affects us all. At the heart of this rivalry is religion. Saudi Arabia leads the Sunni world, promoting its strict Wahhabi Islam and claiming guardianship of Mecca and Medina. Iran is the Shia powerhouse, championing Shia minorities and presenting itself as the defender of the oppressed. The Sunni-Shia split began in the 7th century over who should lead Islam after Muhammad's death, a political dispute that became a deep religious divide. For both countries, this isn't just theology, it's national identity and foreign policy. Saudi Arabia frames Iran as heretical and dangerous, rallying Sunni allies against Shia influence. Iran, in turn, accuses Saudi Arabia of corruption and being puppets of the West. This religious framing turns a political rivalry into an existential battle for the soul of Islam. Compromise is nearly impossible when both sides believe they're defending God's will. That's why this conflict is so persistent and so explosive. Before 1979, both countries were monarchies and US allies, rivals but not enemies. Then came Iran's Islamic Revolution. The Shah was overthrown, and Ayatollah Khomeini took power, vowing to export his revolution and topple monarchies, especially Saudi Arabia's. Suddenly, Iran became an existential threat to the Saudis, who feared revolution at home. Saudi Arabia responded by spreading its own brand of Islam and supporting anti-Iran forces. When Iraq invaded Iran in 1980, Saudi Arabia backed Iraq, hoping to contain Iran's influence. This turned a rivalry into a full-blown ideological battle, with both sides funding wars and exporting their visions. 1979 changed everything, transforming a regional rivalry into a fight for the Middle East's future. Today, the Saudi-Iranian rivalry plays out through proxy wars across the Middle East. In Syria, Iran backs Assad. Saudi Arabia supports Sunni rebels. The result, a decade of devastation. In Yemen, Saudi Arabia leads a coalition against Iran-backed Houthi rebels, creating a humanitarian catastrophe. Lebanon, Iran supports Hezbollah. Saudi Arabia backs Sunni rivals. In Iraq, both vie for influence, funding militias and political factions. Even in Bahrain and Pakistan, their rivalry shapes politics and stirs unrest. This is proxy warfare. Each side fights for dominance by supporting allies and fueling conflicts, never confronting each other directly. Local disputes become regional crises with civilians paying the price. Every gain for one is a loss for the other, making compromise rare and peace elusive. The Middle East has become a chessboard, with Saudi Arabia and Iran moving the pieces. The result? Endless instability, sectarian violence, and humanitarian disasters. The world watches, hoping the game doesn't spiral out of control. So, where does this leave us? In a region shaped by decades of rivalry, religious division, and power struggles. The 1979 revolution turned a cold rivalry into a hot, existential conflict. Proxy wars in Syria, Yemen, Lebanon, and Iraq are fueled by this feud, making peace nearly impossible. Occasionally, there are diplomatic efforts, like recent talks brokered by China, but deep mistrust remains. The core issues haven't gone away. Religious divides, revolutionary ideology, and fear for survival. This isn't just a regional problem, it affects global security, oil prices, and millions of lives. Understanding this rivalry is crucial to understanding the Middle East's turmoil. Until these giants find a way to coexist, the region and the world will remain on edge.